this episode, we are going to go past the Vancadios River to the western wasteland and the front line of the war with Brucemia and the savage Rallic. We're going to focus on Fort Carcius, which is near the edge of this front line, as the Emerald Guard surveys the landscape, watching for any potential invaders over this rocky, desert-like landscape. As one of the soldiers looking out to the distance, they see the form of a man just walking. Do you see that guy out there? Is that just one guy? Tell the lieutenant. I think we found an invader. And you see they actually pull out like a telescope. Yeah, it's just one guy. He's not Rallic. It looks like he's human. He's just walking towards us. What are we supposed to do? You're saying it's just one guy? Yeah. Well, ready your weapons. Keep a lookout in the distance. But, yeah, we'll just take him prisoner. Let's figure out why he's out here. And you see the soldiers are readying themselves, waiting for this potential criminal.
Seems like they're quivering in their boots already.
Walking towards them.
Alright, I make my way over there.
Alright. What's your business here, sir?
Name's Cedrin. Here for a job.
A job? Where did you come from?
The desert, clearly.
Why are you in Lanthea?
Look,
No one can just walk
one of
into our
your
country.
messenger people was sent to me for a very particular job. I'm what you call an expert in my field. And, look, just let me pass through and nobody gets hurt. I don't want any funny business.
Who contacted you? Do you have a name?
Nope.
And how do you expect us to let you in?
Well, I was told to come in this direction, that I'd see a fort, and I'm here. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do.
At this point, the lieutenant comes up. Are you Cedrin?
That I am, sir.
Do you have some form of ID on you?
My face. And this stick.
Wait here. Watch him.
More waiting around.
You see, like the soldiers kind of grab their sword as they're waiting, and not really sure what this visitor could bring them.
Look, fellas, I don't mean any harm to you. And besides, if I wanted to do something horrible to you, I would have done it already.
At this point, the lieutenant returns, and you see he brought along a pretty well-dressed. He almost looks to be like some kind of butler level of clothing he's wearing, and he's got like a refined mustache. And as he walks up, is this Cedrin? Is this who your boss is looking for? Yes, that's him.
Yeah, I remember you.
All right. Seems like you made it here relatively easily.
It's my job. Of
Okay.
course I made it here.
Well, we don't have much time. We gotta get going.
All right.
Let him in, guys. Let him in.
Get out of here, people. I'm coming in. And just kind of strut my stuff as I walk in.
All right. Follow me, Cedrin. We gotta get going.
Whatever you say. And I make my way over.
All right. You see him lead you towards a land skiff. These are boat-like vehicles that have large wheels on them and inscriptions to allow them to have basically double the speed of a typical carriage. So average speed about 10 miles an hour. It's gonna be a little bit of a long trip. We got 10 hours about ahead of us. Going to Dakota.
No problem. I'll just take a little snooze right here. I've been walking a while.
Yes, at this point it is like almost dusk. So the sun was setting as you were coming in, which added to the silhouette. It's a pretty nice visual. But all right, so as the travel goes, it's a little bumpy over here as the roads are not well constructed in this wasteland area. And then getting closer to the river, you see a lot more lush land coming into view. And more trees and wildlife, birds, insects, all these things that fill the atmosphere with life and more oxygen even.
Been a pretty minute since I've seen grass. This is pretty nice.
And then when coming to the river Von Cadios, there is this large bridge that looks like it can hold probably like 4 of these land skiffs like at once can be like all like next to each other on this river. Looks like, and there's a line in the middle. Looks like it implies a 2 per side going each direction. Going across the bridge, the river is rushing rapidly. It's a very fast river as it's producing a level of fog and almost steam with the sun rays just melting some of the top layer of the water off. It's just, you almost feel the mist in the air as you're going across this bridge. Smells like it rained on us. Yeah. Woo! And then as you keep going and progressing, obviously the night is passing on, getting a lot of snoozes. Occasionally the bump will wake you up a little bit, but most of the time you can sleep well. And getting closer into the city, you do hear more of the shop starting to open, life returning to the city as the town is definitely waking up. And the morning is upon us.
Oh,
sun
are we
is
almost
rising.
here? I guess we
yes,
are here.
We're arriving in Dakota in about a mile still.
Well, it's been quite the journey.
Well, you were able to sleep through all of it. I had to drive during the entire time.
Well, you didn't have to walk an expansive desert, did you?
That's what you think.
All right. Take it back.
All right, arriving in Dakota, it is a relatively large city. The construction is very level. It's a very even city. There's not a lot of hill, not a lot of sloping landscape. It's not constructed like it's built in tiers. It's just a very level city, but it has a lot of kind of suburbs area. Lots of small housing on the outskirts, and as you keep getting closer in the middle and following the main street, you see some larger buildings, and in the very center, the largest building of them all is this green and golden dome-shaped building, which even though you're not in Lantheon very often, you do know of the Church of the Emerald Scale, and you would assume this is the cathedral here. And you're heading straight for it. It's at the center of the entire city.
This is not my type of landscape. Don't really like them big cities, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you're going to have to get used to it, because you're going to be in here for pretty much your whole job, so...
Crap. I like roaming the countryside.
Alright.
Don't get me cooped up in one of these things.
Then as you approach this cathedral, you see him park the land skiff out front, and as he gets off, alright, let's go inside.
Going into one of these things?
Yep, your
employer.
employer,
One of these.
your employer is the highest ranking priest here.
Oh, is that so?
Alright, heading inside, something that still is amazing to you, Cedric, is just the height of the ceilings. in this place. Like, the dome seems to almost stretch out into the sky and the heavens itself. And as like the gold engravings almost look like there's stars in the sky. And there's like a skylight in the middle as you see the sun literally shining through, causing like basically a spotlight effect in the middle of the room.
Must say this isn't my scene, but this is mighty impressive.
In the middle, nearly where the spotlight is hitting, you see a very ornately dressed Greater Kendodi. And the emerald and gemstones just like lining his cloak, and gold embroidered and swirls all around his sleeves. As you see almost like this crown like thing on his head made of gold and emerald jewels, and even like in the very center a deep purple jewel.
It's one of them scale folk. I'm gonna have to get used to that too.
Next to the Greater Kendodi, you see a robed fellow. Indistinguishable what his exact features are from this stance, but he's kind of sitting down near, just watching you as you walk into the room.
Hey, I see you too.
Well, now you're both here, says the Greater Kendodi. And then
Both? I never heard anything about another one.
Yes, this job is for two of you.
Sadly, you're gonna have to deal with me today.
Excuse me? Who are you?
My name's Drakar.
Oh boy.
Strongest mercenary in these lands.
Strongest, right. Well, sorry to break it to you, but you don't measure up to me.
You could compare statistics and abilities later. Right now, I have a mission for both of you, and you better work together, or neither of you are getting paid.
Alright.
This is a
You
top
said it,
priority
boss.
mission. I brought you here because I'm willing to pay you your usual rate, and you as well. So, do you have a problem with working together?
Not anymore.
We get paid the same, I don't really care.
Alright. This is your job. My son, my bratty son, was sneaking around my office, and he stole some less than ideal documents off my desk.
Oh, so it's one of them noble family issues now.
Let's just say I don't need the Emerald Guard to know that in my own family I can't control them, and that they may have taken some government secrets.
Oh, okay.
Can't you be stupid nowadays?
I don't want him dead, assassin, but if anyone is near him that is protecting him or with him, I don't care about their lives.
What about injured?
Teach him a lesson.
Alright.
But he better be back alive,
They
or
can get
otherwise
away with this.
you aren't getting paid anything.
Hey, I'm not gonna do anything. It's all about him.
I can control myself.
Well, we'll see about that.
All I know is that the document was a soldier's testimony of something. I have to court-martial someone. It's a whole thing. I need that document back too. Otherwise, you're only getting half. So I need the document, and I need my son back. I've locked down the city. I told the guards to be on the lookout for him. I said that he was off with his friends and must have lost track of time, and I just want him back. So they don't really know any of the details. But I need him back here.
And do you have any leads of where he might be right now, other than in the city?
And you're certain that all the entrances and exits of the city have been closed down, and there's not any ways for him to sneak out.
Let's just say the church here is well funded, and I was able to make sure the guards were extra motivated to keep it locked down.
Okay.
So as far as I know, I'm fairly certain he is not
I see your
left.
point.
I believe he is within these walls, but I don't want them to be the one to find him, because I need him to not talk to them. I need him brought directly here. Understand?
So find your son before he finds more trouble, and before the Emerald Guard finds him.
Yes, and bring back the document he stole. If you have to interrogate him, beat him around a little bit to find out where it is.
I can do
You
that.
do what you have to do. But I need both those returned. And, lastly, the one clue I have of his whereabouts is he's been going to the slums of the city more often. He says it's to learn how to be more compassionate and serve with the church there. I thought that's all it was, but it's seeming like this after this event, there might have been more to it.
And is he a greater Kendodi like yourself?
Yes. He
Do
should...
you have a picture of him by any means?
I have... We had a portrait taken of us. He is standing next to me, but it was a few years ago. He doesn't look quite like this. He points to like the back of like one of these rooms, and you see like a large portrait of like mostly the priest and like his son kind of like off to the side, kind of standing next to him, and he's shorter. And he looks
standing
very
in his father's shadow.
He looks very similar to
understand this
his
kid a little bit
yeah.
more.
He looks very similar to his dad. He is now almost the same height as me though, where that one he looks a lot shorter. He is about 15. He's young. He is. I would rather wipe this under the rug before he gets himself in real trouble, and protect our reputation. You know how the nobles are. I see you've dealt with people like this before. I assume your ability for discreetness is unquestioning.
I don't even know a thing. You tell me what to do and I'll get it done.
Good. And you as well? Mm-hmm. Alright, and your reputation precedes you, and I trust that. So, that's the only lead I have. You'll have to ask around the slums or do your own investigation, however you conduct that. But he'll look a lot like me. He's skinnier and a little bit shorter.
What's the name of this boy?
The boy's name is Argyle.
Argyle, you say? Shouldn't be too hard to find a greater Kendodi in the slums.
Yes, there shouldn't be many, if any, down there, besides my son.
Interesting.
And especially if it looks like a kid, that's a greater Kendodi down there. I would say chances are it's probably my son, unless he looks completely different than me.
Well,
he has the same textured green scales as I do. So.
Don't they all?
Isn't that the truth? Anyway, yep. Think we have enough information to go off of here. Shouldn't be too long. We'll probably have them in by the end of the day.
Understood. Good luck.
Pleasure doing business. Mm-hmm. Start walking out right away.
Alright.
So, where'd you come out from?
The desert. Where'd you come out
Desert,
from?
like in the west?
Yeah, straight up. Walked the whole thing myself.
I've lived in these parts for quite a while.
Is that so?
It is.
Well,
Not in this city,
do you happen
but
to know
near it.
where the slums are? Because I don't.
Oh, they're in the south.
Great. Start heading south.
Alright. Going out of the city, you've been here before. Dakota is a famous city in the north, and been here many times. Not a big deal. Easy to navigate. In fact, you've killed people in the slums before.
Yes, I have.
Because typically, people don't really want to be found in the city. They find themselves in the slums. Because a lot of those, even the soldiers don't really go there very often because it's gross, and they don't rather participate in that unless they have to.
I warn you, slums aren't nice smelling.
I've been worse places. Trust me.
I believe that. You're in the same field as me, but I just thought I'd let you know.
Look, I don't want to get any hard feelings here, but you better not slow me down. I know what I'm doing.
No
and
worry.
I've done this plenty of times before.
If there's anything I'll do, it won't be slowing you down.
Well, that sounds like a plan then.
Alright, now kind of entering the slums area, you do see like an immediate decrease of quality as there is trash in the streets. There is poorly constructed housing. Looks like more wood is used here than in most places in the city. A lot of the city is built with like steel, stone, and like the jewels and even the gold in them. Even like regular houses have gold on them. At least some on as like an embellishment on the outside. So this is definitely a crappier part of town, and it doesn't look that great. But you do notice there's one place that seems kind of lively, and it's a tavern, kind of in towards the
Makes
middle
sense.
of the area. Looks kind of like it might be one of the only taverns in this city, or sorry, in this slums area.
Looks like we've got a place for people to drown their sorrows. Seems typical of this kind of neighborhood. I kind of like look over for, somebody who looks like they've been in the same spot a lot. Like maybe like a
Alright.
beggar or
Why don't you
something like that.
make a perception check? Anything you're doing, Drakar?
That's a 9.
I'm just keeping my eye out still for a main guy.
9?
It's 9.
Why don't you make a perception check as well?
11.
I mean, with you kind of having intuition for some of these things and like seeing kind of, you can tell people are drowning their sorrows a bit more, even though you're a little distracted after like this not being your element quite. But looking around, there is one person that kind of seems like he's just like slumped down in the corner, and he just is like he looks like he's almost passed out. He's not having a good day.
Hey, you. I kind of like nudge him a bit with my pointy
This
shoes.
is a reptilian. Looks like he's pretty bulky. Might even be like close to 7 to 8 feet tall even. And he's just totally slumped over. And you kick him, but he doesn't react.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
5 more minutes.
Hey. Kick him again.
What are you doing?
I got a
You
pretty
want to mess with
penny.
me, boy?
I pulled a gold coin. I got a pretty penny for giving me some time and information here. Maybe jogging your memory a bit.
What do you want?
There's a greater Kendodi that may have walked through here. Maybe frequented here a few times. Probably a younger fellow. See him?
I don't know. Coyote, lizards. They're one of the difference.
Well, yes, you can't help me. I kind of flip the coin back, put it in my pocket.
I mean, maybe I saw something that was a bit out of the ordinary.
Yeah, what's that?
I think I need a little bit more than what you were offering.
More than a gold coin? Yeah, you're not getting that. I turn and start walking away.
All right.
That's what I thought.
What about gold and you also pay my tab?
I don't know what kind of tab you have.
I
don't
bet
wanna
your
know.
tab is far bigger than a gold.
Which is pathetic, by the way. Gold coin or nothing. You tell me what I want to know.
Why don't you just make a persuasion check?
12.
Alright. I don't know a lot. But he started frequenting this tavern about 3 months ago. And after
This tavern right here?
This tavern right here, yeah. Yeah, and then he
That's all I need. I throw him the gold coin and I start walking in.
Our guy was dumber than I thought he was. Frequenting the spot that is well known to the people.
Amateur.
It's like he's not even trying to die himself. I guess he probably isn't.
I'll walk right into the tavern.
And I follow behind him.
As soon as you walk in, there is a foul stench in the air of like basically rotting food, and it hits
This is
you
the
hard.
best place in town.
And
My.
looking around, you're not sure if it's the food that's smelling or the people. And like this tavern's pretty lively, but it's full of people you don't really want to have it full of.
To be honest, I'm starting to respect this kid a little bit more. The fact that he was even able to come over here and stay in this place after living as a noble, I'm impressed.
Not many would do that.
And you do see mostly humans here. There's like one looks like a lesser Kendodi, and potentially looking kind of past, he's wearing some kind of hat, but it looks like it could be some kind of reptilian folk as well. And that's kind of the lay of the land you get from here.
I go up to the bartender.
Alright, he's just like kind of like a buff human man. What I get you?
Well, I don't really care what you get me. Make me something nice. And I just kind of slide forth a couple of silver coins.
I can see what I can do for you.
I don't want
Now, I do have a question for you.
What's on your mind?
We may be looking for somebody.
somebody pretty
He
obvious.
slides you a drink. Alright.
We're looking for an individual, a greater Kendodi, probably more of a kid. You seen him? Frequented these parts.
So what if I have?
Just wondering if you could give us a tip on where he might be. We've got an offer for him that he can't refuse.
Well, he frequents here often. But to be honest, I haven't seen him in about a week.
Maybe he's
you
not
say.
as dumb as I thought.
Yeah, he started frequenting here like 3 months ago, but
Do you know where he'd typically sit, or maybe other types of people he'd hang out with around here?
well, you said you just had like a business proposal for him?
That's right.
Make a persuasion check.
15.
Yeah, well, you didn't hear it from me, but see that human in the corner there with that cloak on?
The one with the fuzzy beard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually just a kid, even with that beard. But
That's
I
surprising.
know that.
yeah,
Look, my beard's still coming in, and I'm anxious.
I've seen him hang around.
27.
I've seen him hang around the greater Kendodi you're talking about. I think he's like the priest's son or something like that.
Yeah. You know about that?
Yeah.
What kind of work does he do around here?
This just comes to help out. I mean, he seems to be helping a lot of the kids.
Pretty noble of him. This
Yeah.
even makes him even more of a prime person for our business proposal.
Alright, yeah. Well,
Sure, I'd like
Good
to
luck with
hear
that.
all about it.
Thanks for your kind information.
happy to help.
And I take my newfound drink, I take a sip of it. What does it taste like?
It's almost like really, really sweet, like nectar orange juice tasting.
Whoa.
It's like they took orange juice and like some kind of like nectar syrup and like put it in it basically. It's
It was-
very citrusy, very acidy.
Expecting, I don't know, not this. Something spicy maybe? Whoa. And I like walk over to the man with
All right.
the beard.
The kid man? Yeah.
The kid man. Man child.
You see, he's kind of like, he's actually writing something on like a piece of paper.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah?
What's your name?
Well, my name is Galen.
Galen.
Tell me,
You
how do you
happen to
grow that
know-
beard so quickly?
I guess it's just natural.
That's amazing.
Pretty impressive.
I'm actually a beard enthusiast myself. I've never been able to grow such a luscious
I think it
lock
really
on
adds a
my
lot of
face.
age to me, honestly. I mean, I'm pretty young, but with this, I can pass for much
You're
older.
young?
I thought
You look
were
like
32.
No, I'm only 16.
Holy crap! My goodness, you
wrong
got
here.
some amazing hair growth
I haven't
qualities.
been able to grow any facial hair.
It's pretty sad, man. Anyway, we're looking for this other guy. We got a great business proposal. We were just talking to the bartender about it. He's gave me the thumbs up to come over and talk to you because you might know him.
Oh, who are you talking about?
We're talking about Argyle. He's really outstanding around these parts. I mean,
Yeah,
helping
I've
out
heard
with
a
all
lot
the
of
things
good
he
things
does.
about him.
Like, we have some amazing proposals for him. We were thinking about adding a whole new park to the area.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
What do you mean?
Interesting.
I haven't seen him in like over a month.
Do I believe this guy?
Make an insight check.
A 9.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Do I believe this guy?
Make an insight check.
7.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Interesting. You know
Where
where,
you
he
think he
might
might have
be
gone?
around this time?
Man, I don't know. He stopped coming around. Figured he just didn't want to be helping out anymore.
Really? Is that so? Well,
What I've
then
heard
maybe
about him, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who just give up.
maybe
after
I could
starting
give
to
you
help
my
people.
business proposal for you instead, because he's not around here.
Okay.
I've actually got a product right outside, and it's quite the invention.
All right, sure, yeah.
Come with me, come with me.
He walks out with you. What do you do?
I show him to an alleyway.
All right. Walking around, like you can see him kind of getting a little suspicious as he kind of tails, like drags a little bit behind you guys. And then as soon as you start going down an alleyway, just kind of
right by this cart here, underneath it, will blow your small mind. Because this right here is the invention of a
I
lifetime.
don't really see anything.
And then
different.
I like pull off the tarp, throw it in his face, grab out my little pouch of water and pop the cork off of it. As a water whip comes out, and I throw it around his neck and pull him into the alleyway.
There's the tarp like covering his face.
Yep.
Please, I'm too young to die. I'm too young to die. I know my beard makes me look old, but I don't want to die yet.
Yeah, that's what we thought. So we're gonna give you an option. You tell us where you last saw Argyle, and we may let you live.
Okay, well, I last saw him yesterday.
Yesterday, didn't you just say earlier that you hasn't been coming around for a while?
Sounds like a lie to me.
You're saying you didn't know I was lying and you still threw me into the alley?
Well,
Not really. I didn't catch it.
we just thought that maybe there was something more to it, you know.
Usually always is.
Okay. I saw him yesterday. I know where they are, but I can't tell you right now. I know you got some business proposal for them, but
Are you?
This ain't no business proposal, son.
Are you sure you're in the right place to not tell us where?
I can't. I'm sorry. You're
You
not the
will
only thing I'm
take
afraid
us
of.
there, where you will die.
Thought you didn't want to die young.
But I can't tell you where he is. They'll never forgive me.
Who's they?
No one. No.
Oh yeah? And then I just like pinch his pressure point. Yeah, that's right. You want more pain like this? It's gonna be way worse. 14.
Okay. I can take you to where they are, but that's all. You have to let me go at that point so I can get out of here, because they're not going to be happy.
Deal. Show us where it is.
Good to me.
All right. Can you take this tarp off me?
I guess. Take it off.
All right. Follow me.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, it was just melons in that cart.
There's no invention there.
I didn't really think there was an invention in it at this point.
Just didn't know with your inferences so far.
Okay. I have some brain up here. Maybe not a lot, but it's there.
Oh no.
So you say.
All right. He leads you down a few more alleys, actually. And then he kind of gets to a certain point where it looks like a dead end in the alley. Alright. See that sewer grate there?
Yeah.
You gotta go in there.
Are you kidding me?
This noble really likes smelly places.
I'm sorry, there's no other way to get to him.
Are you certain of that? This is
Yes.
ridiculous.
This is the hideout.
In the sewer.
In the sewer of the smelliest place in the city, the last place anyone working for a noble would go. At least that was the idea.
What kind of place is this?
It's honestly not as dumb as I thought he was. So that's not a terrible idea. That guy didn't hire me.
Once you get down there, all you have to do is go right 3 times and then left once.
You're
and
going with us.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going down there, taking 3 random rights and a left, and then calling it a day, and there'd be nothing down
I thought
there
the
but
agreement was I
sewers.
take you to the spot and then I get out of there.
Yeah, take us to
That's
the
right.
spot.
But
You're not getting away that quickly.
if they see that I was with you guys and I can't get out of the sewer in time, they're gonna be upset.
Look, I don't think I can trust you. So why should I just go and follow it?
I promise you, it's gonna be right there. The directions are simple. You'll get there with no problem.
Yeah, we also won't get there with any problems with you leading the pack.
You got a point.
Why don't you make a persuasion check?
4. Actually, I got a better proposal for you. Why don't you stand in the back so you can run away easy? But if you run away before we see anyone, then we're not gonna be happy with you.
Okay, well then you guys have to keep it down so when you see them, I can get out of there before you do anything crazy.
I can be quiet. Can you be quiet?
Okay. Yeah, come on.
I've been known to be quiet a few times in my life.
You see, there's like a certain way he kind of lifted the grate up into the side and like kind of unlocked it easier, and we set it off the side. And there's actually it's not visible really from the grate, with the grate on top, but even that little thin bit of metal that was like blocking part of the edge was blocking these really thin kind of like cut into the stone almost stairs, or not stairs, like ladder almost. It's like it just allows you to crawl right down, right next to the wall there, basically. And then
I haven't had a job take me into the sewers for the last probably 10 years. Even the criminals don't like hiding out in these places.
Yeah, it's nasty. But you gotta do it.
I saw you use
It is
some
what it
water
is.
earlier. Think you can use sewer water?
Really? I mean,
Might be
I guess I
more
can,
effective
but
than
it's
the other
nasty,
stuff.
dude. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, there is a little layer of like sewer. It's not like it looks like these sewers are not that well. Like they're not even that full.
No.
So like somehow there must be something broken probably somewhere where they're not draining very well.
They still
so
smell bad though.
They do smell terrible. But overall, it's not like they have this terrible like you're wading through like feet of sewage. It's just like kind of like a small stream at the bottom there. So it's like a puddle almost feeling. And you follow his directions with him kind of behind you, still with you guys. And yep, it's as simple as you turn right 3 times, and then there's a left, and you see like this room to the left, and it's kind of like this small passageway. It's pretty narrow, just maybe fits 2 people at once. Not that narrow. It can fit like 2 people at once, kind of like going in there. And
It's like that.
yeah, and then you see kind of like opens up to like a bit of a bigger room. And he's like, "All right, this is where I leave you guys."
All right, if we don't find them.
Oh,
we
since
will
we're
find
already
you.
over here, do we see anyone inside the room?
Make a perception check, both of you.
8.
9.
You guys are not rolling the best today, huh?
What do you mean?
Although I think I do have an advantage in perception, actually.
Then
now that I
roll
think
your
about
advantage.
That is a third
14.
14.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, that's much better. Looking in the room, you see, looks like 2 guys are at a table writing something down, and there's this one guy talking to looks to be a greater Kendoti in the room.
You can go then. Oh, actually, I didn't see it. My bad.
Well, if this doesn't turn out to be the guy, we will find you. So,
It's the guy. I'm on.
get out of here. Let's go.
All right, what's your guys' plan here?
Walk in. Kinda.
All right, why don't you move
Get a little bit
your
bigger.
people into the room here? So let me show you where some things are laid out.
Do you want to be in front or behind me?
Side beside you.
Alrighty.
Move us back ones.
Alright.
All right, so there are 2 people talking.
Perfect.
Or sorry, writing at a table that's right here. Then off to the side is another person talking to the priest's son. Not to be confused with a Capri Sun, because that's different.
Okay.
Ah, yes. I was
Thanks for
about to ask that question.
clarifying.
I start walking over to the priest's son.
Guys, who let these people in?
Sir.
And then you
Your
see like
name?
immediately the 2 by the desk like get up and kind of look like they're ready.
Your name's Argyle, right there. You're right, sir.
We let
yeah?
ourselves in, actually, and we need you to come with us. We have
I'm not going anywhere.
amazing business proposal for you.
Dude, facts.
How did you guys find me down here for a business? You're working for my dad, aren't you?
Baby.
Papa's angry.
Look, we just need you to come quietly with the documents, and nobody gets hurt.
Or people get hurt.
You understand.
And you still come with
I'm
us.
trying to help people here.
Are you now? Just explain to me why you're helping with this whole situation.
You don't understand. These documents show proof of what the government is doing.
Oh,
I'm trying-
The government.
I'm trying to save Lantheon.
Oh, is that right? So the government is doing all these bad things now, aren't they?
They apparently
know about
like
that.
killed a whole town of people.
That's it?
Of the relics.
That's no big
Oh,
deal.
they're
Governments
at
do that all the
war.
time.
You don't understand.
That's normal.
They weren't fighting them. They were innocent.
Oh, innocent now.
I don't
Okay,
know about that.
sure. All right.
There's a whole soldier's testimony about it. We need to get this out there. This is our big ticket to being part of the rebellion.
One testimony
The rebellion?
doesn't mean nothing. People
this
can
is how
lie.
And way over your
This is how
head,
we fight
boy.
back.
Fight back against your government, who's been trying to help you this whole time. Against your papa, who's been trying to raise you as a good little boy and growing up in the shadow. You know what? That's actually a good point. I don't like him either. But
Kids aren't appreciative nowadays.
You don't understand. He is the government. He is the highest ranking government official in the city.
Alright.
He's corrupt just like the rest of them.
oh,
And I'm going to use my position.
like governments aren't corrupt nowadays. Seen it before.
Even if it's true,
Not that big of a
we can
deal.
still fight against it. I won't stand for it.
I don't really
Well,
care
sorry,
about all this
kid.
government stuff. But my job tells me I get paid if I bring you and the documents in, so
He's right.
That's
we don't
what
really
I'm gonna
have
do.
any options here besides you coming with us. So
And then
it's gonna be
you see
peacefully or
the
not.
other people kind of get up a bit more. Well, we're not letting you take him. And you see all these people are like 15, 16, maybe 17-year-old kids.
these whippersnappers think they can do something to us.
They don't know what they're getting themselves into, do they?
And the one next to him is like, oh yeah? Is that how it's gonna be?
That's
That's how it's gonna be.
You see him take off his back. Not his back. Off of his back. Okay.
Okay.
Not take off his back.
Okay.
He takes a. he takes a large like warhammer off of his back. Okay. And it seems almost like. I mean, this kid does look pretty strong, but it seemed a little big for him. As he kind of swings it out, a little heavy for him. But as soon as he swings it out, you see the edge of it, like the hammer portions of him, like just you see energy flow into the hilt as the end just gets covered with rocks and like sharp rocks at the end.
Does that make it more heavy?
Stand back.
Rich kids and their tools.
It looks like the rest of them don't look very rich at all.
Well, main guy is, so he could pay for it. Heh.
He's not pulling out any weapon, like the greater.
Bring it on, boy. Let's see what you got.
And you see
I don't even need to pull my weapon for this guy.
the other two from the side. One of them pulls out a bow and arrow, aimed right at you, and the other guy pulls out a revolver.
Now, those guys I might have to.
All right, who are you going for? Actually, why don't you both roll initiative?
Well, wouldn't it just be
Just
3?
Okay, neither of you beat them. Alright. The guy with the warhammer is heading right towards you, Cedric. What are you doing?
I'm going to completely make a water prison immediately around myself. So
Alright.
just water wall just comes up and just and creates a huge sphere around me.
Why don't you make a roll for that? Both of the ranged attack people are shooting towards you.
I whisper something under my breath as my scales form into a shield around me, so I'm trying to block against those.
Alright.
I got a 2.
Should I roll?
Yeah. A 2? As the hammer comes down, it does still actually stop most of the initial force. But you see, as he hit it, the rocks kind of split off from it and shot down, like all launched off from the
Oh
hammer.
my goodness!
What'd you get?
I got 16.
Okay, the one arrow like stuck a little bit through it, but it stopped it in the shield, and it was going like right for your head too. And then the guy with the revolver,
You just missed.
he hit his elbow on the table as he was taking aim. Oh, and then he shoots right at his teammate, like that's in front of you guys. So it goes past you, past Cedric, and nearly like hits this guy in the head, but he hits him in like the left shoulder as he's extending it with his warhammer. It just hits right through his arm.
Well, that takes care of one issue.
And you see him actually start dropping his warhammer. What are you guys doing?
I immediately start like making a motion with my hands to make a hydro disc, in which I then throw at the guy with the bow and arrow.
Roll for that.
As a 19.
Oh, but he gets shoved into the wall behind him. Oh.
Keep a little number of me, right?
And then what are you doing?
I open up this book as a blade starts forming from the end of it, and I draw it out, and around it's sparking with this dark, like, it almost looks like lightning, but it's almost black, so you can't even tell what it exactly is. I'm holding it. Just warning you, kid. You try to shoot anything again, you're not living. This is the one chance I'll give you.
So you just tell him that?
Yeah, and then I also retract my shield because it's kind of hard to wield with that.
Did you just pull that out of a book?
That I did.
I ain't listening to you.
So I attempt to both dodge it and to show my superiority with cutting the bullet, though that may be difficult.
Alright, roll.
Well, with your lightning speed, you may have a chance.
15.
That bullet going right for you. You kind of try to get your sword in there, but you just barely dodge it. So not really able to finesse it to where you cut it, but you kind of like almost make it look like you're about to. But yes, you barely dodge the bullet. And the guy with the bow and arrow, he kind of starts getting up. Or that's it. You see him take out like a small crossbow, firing it at Cedric.
I immediately respond with a water wall to push it off to the side.
Alright, make a roll for that.
That's a 6.
Alright, it doesn't actually. It was a little, like the arrow came a little faster than you were expecting. And it started to react, and it hit right into the side.
Oh my goodness, you kids!
And then the one that had the warhammer, as he's like, oh my goodness, can't believe you hit me. He takes out a short sword, and you see him cover it again with stones. As he goes to hit you again.
I'm just gonna like jump backwards.
Alright, make a roll for the dodge.
15.
Alright, you do dodge that successfully. Alright, what are you guys doing?
So now, as like they're just watching the blade that's already like sparking. Now there's purple glow around the already black blade, just makes it increase in both length and size. As and it's like, I warned you, kid. And then I dash forward and go for, I guess, a decapitation.
Okay.
And with this, I supercharged it with the spiritual weapon plus the sword, so 19.
Yeah, so he's like, oh my, and you see him pull up his gun and like he's about to fire as he no longer has a head. In like the blink of an eye, you see the assassin Drakar just.
You guys made me way more angry than I wanted to be today. And I just like bring all the water that I've been using in like a circle around me, and I like smash the ground, and you see like these like tendrils come up. I'm gonna use Kraken's Rage on you boys. And then I like have like these like 3 like huge tentacles just like go out and like lash on like the other 2 that are there, and then like the 3rd tentacle just smacks one across the face.
So it smacks just like one of the 2 that are being grabbed. All right, why don't you make quick
Which
rolls
one might
for
that
those?
be?
The one with the hammer. Got a 15, 18, and 11.
Yeah, they don't really react fast enough for any of them. So, oh my goodness, like the one with the hammer just immediately gets wrapped up and just smacked with the tentacle, and you see him actually get knocked out, just right there. And
That's right, kiddos.
The one with the bow and arrow, he immediately you grab him as well, and he kind of pulls him a little bit closer. As also he's a little bit closer to you guys.
And
now.
I am over here.
You dash past him. And he kind of is getting crushed. He is the only one still conscious at this point.
Besides Argyle.
Yes.
Which he hasn't done anything.
No, he doesn't.
The coward.
I walk over to enemy A, like the guy with the bow, and I hold my sword. It isn't supercharged, like the purple glow is gone, but still clearly a powerful blade, as you would call it. I put it up to him, and I'm like, you have one chance. You don't.
Up to who? No, sorry.
Up to the guy with the bow. I don't want to kill no one I don't have to kill, but if you're gonna continue trying to fight us, you're not gonna continue living. I warned the other guy too.
You see everybody look around, seeing like the one unconscious and the one that literally has his head off, and knows that you're willing to do it again. Sorry, Argyle. It's not worth us all dying over.
You made a wise
And
choice.
You see him kind of like looking around too.
Where's the papers?
You're right. They're over there. They're on the desk.
Well, we'll grab those.
Yeah, I got him.
You see, it looks like they were spread out. It looks like they were trying to make copies of them.
Well,
I
pick
just kind of
up.
like toss the guy that I have, like kind of in the corner.
The archer one.
The archer, yeah.
I pick up all of the attempted copies and the testimonies themselves. So I just grab all the papers I can.
Yep, easy enough. I mean,
And I put my sword back
it's not
into
that
my
many.
book.
And I just kind of like grab around Argyle and start walking.
Okay.
This is why kids should listen to their papas.
That's right.
This isn't the end. Lantheon will be set free.
Maybe, but I don't think that's your job to do.
That's right. Daddy's got a little too much pull on you for you to be of any assistance.
Going with you guys, I mean, at this point, he himself does not appear that he's much of a fighter. Even though he has started to go down to these slums areas and kind of see the rougher spots, he definitely still got that little bit of the, I'm part of the clergy, I don't really do that kind of thing. And he doesn't seem like he's very adept at those particular things. Although he does stop you guys just for a second. Can I at least do a little bit of healing on the couple people still alive?
I don't mind that.
Alright, go for it. If you make a run for it, though, you're dead.
He kind of turns back around quickly, and you see
Remember, we can't kill him.
you see him almost like draw the shape of a humanoid form, and and it almost directs the drawing on top of them as it
One of those
puts like
artists.
some healing on them, and he does it to the other person too, and they kind of like wake up a little bit. He uses like some kind of brush to do it as well. He walked back over by you.
Well,
Alright,
looks
we can
like
go.
you may still have some potential yet. You put those skills to good use, and maybe one day you'll be in your father's position and you can take it down from the inside. Just a little tip from an older fellow who's been a few places.
Not a bad
You don't look
idea.
that old.
I'm not, but I feel like it. Walking the Dead does that to you.
Alright, heading back up, I mean, you basically follow the same path that you came down. Are you guys making any stops, or are you just kind of heading right
just
back?
head right back.
Right there.
Alright. You see, as you start getting out of the slums, one of the soldiers kind of sees the priest's son. Hey, your dad's looking for you. You better head back.
We're escorting him home.
Okay. Yeah, good. And he complies. He goes with you. And then getting back into the cathedral, you see the priest kind of impatiently tapping his foot. It's just...
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Kid, again, for taking away one of your pals' heads. I don't like doing that, but I warned him.
It's true, he did.
Could have gone for his arm, though.
Well,
so
any
nice.
friend of his that took him away from me is
No,
no
I was
threat.
talking to Priest Kid.
I know. You're at this point. You're in the cathedral,
okay.
and the dad overheard. Any friend of his that took him away from me, he can deserve death.
Maybe, but I mean, I still don't like doing that.
I kind of like lean over to the kid and like, sorry, dude. Remember what I told you.
Here are
You see
the
him kind of
documents that I got.
subtly nod, and just
I got the documents over here for you.
he takes them, and then he just sees like some of the copies, and there's like a fire going. He just throws them in the fire.
Yeah, there were a few copies they were starting to make, but I soaked them repeatedly, so they were...
They just don't burn.
I just said that he took the copies and threw them in the
No,
fire.
I said the copies that were left there were soaked repeatedly beyond recognition. So, those are the only ones left.
Understood. Well, here is your payment. Your reputation is now this. You were not disappointed, let me put it that
Thank you there. I like this.
Looking pretty
Need
good.
some good money.
way. Well,
Looks like I'll be off on my way to the countryside once again.
Nice.
you don't stick around in Lantheon anymore. I can give you some more permanent ability to be here if you want to take some more jobs in Lantheon.
I may just stick around a bit, but not over here. I gotta go find a place that I can call my own.
That's fine. This will work anywhere in Lantheon.
I'll let you know if I stick around.
All right.
Pleasure doing business. And I just start.
And you see him kind of
walking.
grab his son by like the shoulder and just shove him off and like kind of start taking him.
Seems like a nice dad.
All right. Well, that's where we're gonna end it. Woo! Thank you for watching Masters and Martyrs. Join us next week for another episode. And thank you to Sirenscape for providing the music of this video. And just comment below. Let us know which part was funny to you guys, which part stood out to you as really cool. If you like some of the play styles we're using too, let us know. Or if someone's like, man, this seemed kind of weird, why'd you guys do it this way? Ask us. We'd love to answer. We'd love to talk to you. If you got a good suggestion, we want to know. And just keep in contact with us. Reach out to us. All right. Thank you.